Hey, let's go ahead and get started with a love reading for you. Spirit, please show me what is the most important messages the collective needs to hear about their love life. Divinely guided. Ooh, we got a few of these. Okay, so we got divinely guided. This love will be divinely guided. Trust the process in this relationship. You are exactly where you need to be. Okay, even if you don't have anybody right now, you are exactly where you need to be. You will be divinely guided towards the partnership. It's like, something opens up and spirit's like, go into this store, or, go to this place, or, sometimes even it's like a fender bender. So you'll get up and get out of your car and get this person's phone number. Then we've got shadow work. This relationship will trigger you to express your shadow side. There's much you can learn. So, there's people who come into our lives to teach us certain things about ourselves. And then we've got wish come true. Someone will possess all the qualities you ever wanted in a partner, a dream come true. But make sure this is not a friends with benefits situation, okay? It says you may have great sexual chemistry, but never take it to the next level, but you never take it to the next level. Careful not to get hurt. Maybe in the past, that's always been. So make sure that you don't end up in another, friends with benefits situation. Make sure that you are upfront about what it is that you want in a relationship, regardless. And if this person says, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship, then say, fuck it, I'm out. Okay, then we've got smooth sailing. A new love interest will be easy to get to know. Smooth and steady. Relax and see where the boat goes. Okay, so this is about, being guided really towards a relationship that's actually going to be something more than just a friends with benefits situation. And, sometimes, I feel like for a lot of you, you've been working on your shadow self. You've been working on overcoming a lot of like past experiences, and you're waiting for this wish come true. I do feel like a lot of you guys are waiting on a wish come true. Spirit, please show me what is the most important messages the collective needs to hear about their love life right now. What do they need to hear? Okay, so you're the Hermit, soul searching. Okay, so for a lot of you, you've been single for a really long time. You could also be a Virgo, do not have to be, but the Hermit is the Virgo card. So maybe for a lot of you, you have been kind of doing some soul searching, really doing your shadow work right now. 9 of Cups, wishes granted. Okay, that's the challenge. So maybe for a lot of you, you've been pulling back your energy when it comes to relationships because, you're really thinking about like what your wishes are when it comes to your relationships. Spirit, please show me, what do we got here? We've got the 5 of Coins. And we've got the Queen of Cups showing up. So, hard misfortune for a lot of you. You've pulled back on relationships because, certain people really made you feel left out in the cold. And maybe in the past, that's all these relationships was a friends with benefit situation. And I feel like, you really did wear your heart on your sleeve when it came to these relationships, but you decided to pull back your energy because they weren't giving you what you needed. Yeah, we've got 3 of Swords, which is what is on your mind. So there it is. It says, severe heartbreak. So, you've had to go through some type of a breakup, and cut ties. Maybe there was some type of a third party situation. Does not necessarily have to be somebody else, yet it can be for some of you. But, you really had to walk away. For some of you, it could have been their job. It could have been, it could have been their family was getting in the way. It could have been, a lot of other circumstances. But for some of you, yes, it was a cheating scenario and you found out about it. Okay, what do we got here? We've got the Page of Coins, recognized opportunity, and we have the Page of Swords, strategic solutioning. So you're starting over, we got the Queen of Wands here, but she showed up in the reverse. What do we got? Fearful yearning. Be careful not to yearn after, somebody who cheated on you. And for some of you with the Queen of Wands here, they did cheat on you. Okay, they did cheat on you. And what do we got here? We've got the 4 of Swords, earned rest. So you are kind of sitting back, resting right now. And what do we got? Look at that, the King of Coins. This is secure abundance, but this is also somebody here And we have the Ace of Wands, motivated, brand new beginnings. Look at that. You are motivated. And Ace of Wands can also be a phallic symbol too, for the you-know-what, holding his staff in his hand. So, I feel like you're looking for somebody who really wants to go the distance with you. So I do feel, it's time for you to walk away from relationships that are only giving you that friends with benefits energy, because I do feel like there is a King of Coins here that is showing up in your outcome, that wants to, invest in this relationship. I feel like, the King of Coins is actually somebody I do want to see in a love reading. And the reason being is because, unlike the King of Cups, who, can really just give you an empty cup or be emotionally manipulative, pull back emotion when you're not giving them what they want, what I'm talking about. And the King of Wands, he just has his staff in his hand and he's in 1 minute and gone the next. And then you have the King of Swords, who just overthinks and overanalyzes everything. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is, very practical. He's not going to put energy into something that he doesn't plan on, watering and nurturing and watching it grow, because he wants to make sure that he's going to get his return on his investment. So he will not invest in anything that he does not find that he is going to have a future with. So I feel like for some of you, maybe you packed your bags and now you're off and you're just kind of doing your own thing and starting over fresh, maybe in even a new space. Maybe for some of you, I ask people all the time, I'm like, they want a relationship and, they've gone through heartache and, they've, and you ask them, you're like, well, are you even living in the place that you want to be living? And they're like, well, no, I was kind of thinking of moving. Well, here's the deal, maybe you've already seen everything there was in the community that you've been living in. And maybe it's time for you to have that change of scenery so that you can open yourself up to a new type of individuals, maybe fresh faces. Maybe you're the fresh face that somebody else is waiting for to show up, or maybe this person ends up moving into your community. I feel like it's just I think for a lot of you, you're just kind of pulling back and healing from what you've been through, especially because for some of you, you really have been left out in the cold. I feel like for a lot of you, you're just kind of going where you're feeling guided. It's funny because I look at this card here as the overall energy, the smooth sailing, and it reminds me of the Six of Swords and the Hermit and the same card. The Six of Swords is all about, moving into calmer waters, but the Hermit, and we have the Hermit showing up here. The Hermit usually always has like a lantern in their hands because they're looking back at the past and they're learning from all of their past mistakes and learning from them so that they can light the way not only for themselves but for others. And I feel like, your challenge position is, what is it that you're wishing for, hoping for, praying for? And I think that for a lot of you, you're like, man, just believing that maybe your wishes will never come true and everybody's going to be the same. And I just don't see that. I think for a lot of, us, we're motivated to start brand new beginnings so that we can, manifest something new. I feel like you're doing a lot of research. I feel like you're doing a lot of, even if it's like research about, self-healing, self-help. Maybe you're reaching out. For some of you, you could be getting therapy. I do get therapy as well. Talking to a healer of some sorts as well, because that can be the Hermit. Maybe it is time that you talk to somebody. Schedule a session. I would be happy to help you through this time. I do feel like for a lot of you, you could be kind of burnt out, maybe not feeling attractive. Also, just feeling like, I would say be careful of yearning after somebody who has cheated on you. I would be very careful about yearning after somebody who just, isn't showing you, true love. Like they just want to use you. Be careful with people who just want to use you, because a lot of the time you can be like, oh my God, this is my wish come true. But really it's just never going to get off the ground. And so I do feel like you need to pull back your energy so that you can, manifest someone who actually wants to invest in you. Like, I'm really getting that. What do we got here, Spirit? Please show me the Ace of Wands. What do we got with this Ace of Wands? This one landed on the ground face down, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back, but it does say pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Be careful that they're not just coming in with their dick in their hand and wanting something from you, but yet they don't want to invest in you, okay? Because you're going to pass up amazing opportunities. Yeah, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, so there it is. And it did show up with the pay attention to the red flags. So what do we got with the Three of Swords here? Spirit, please. Three of Swords. Yeah. Enjoy the bliss of holiday. Yeah, the Three of Swords is, severe heartbreak. I feel like for a lot of you, I get that Six of Swords energy again with this boat here. I am getting you moving on, moving away. Okay, maybe the two of you guys maybe went on vacation or, went somewhere and you really realized like, this just really isn't my person. Show me, what do we got here? This could be the one. Yeah, it shows up in the reverse. This could be the one in soulmate. For a lot of you, you're thinking, oh, this is my soulmate. And Spirit's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. This really isn't the one. You could do better. So what do we got here for this Five of Coins, Spirit? Hard misfortune. What do we got for the Five of Coins? Definitely somebody here feeling left out in the cold. What do we got here? We've got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Unfortunately, after you realized who this person was, it actually went sideways. Page of Coins. Somebody, might recognize an opportunity with you. Yeah, we've got romantic feelings. I feel like this person shows up as like a little kid or something. It's like they're not mature enough to be in a relationship with you. Maybe for some of you, this person is spying on you. They're spying on you, but yet they're still keeping other people. They're still keeping others, in the loop just in case you don't give them what they want. Show me the Page of Swords. Yeah, Page of Swords here. Yeah, we got trust issues and wedding. For some of you, this person is very well married to someone else, okay? This person, maybe you saw them as marriage material, but you just don't trust them anymore. You've learned a lot of things about them, and I feel like you had to be strategic. What is this Queen of Wands here? What do we got for the Queen of Wands in the reverse? Yeah, you know what? Reconciliation. I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you've been yearning for some type of a reconciliation with this individual, even though they did you dirty. Yeah, and we got unrequited love. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Oops. Yeah, love yourself first. You know what? Love yourself more than, show yourself as much love as you give this other person, okay? It's time for you to pull back your energy. And then we've got, children. Like I said, they're acting like a child, and they're not really, children, and pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Be careful of getting pregnant by this individual because all of a sudden you decide to go back for one more, hoorah, in the bedroom. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with one another. It showed up on the reverse, on its side, excuse me. And so I feel like, maybe this person isn't being fully honest with you. They're not, they might want to talk. I feel like it's like you want to talk. Listen, if you're the feminines usually always like, they're like, I'm done. And then they all that anger and resentment wears off, and then all of a sudden the emotion kicks back in and they're like, oh my God, I'm sorry, will you take me back? And then they never learn. So it's like, be careful because there is someone new that is trying to come in that is the ultimate wish fulfillment, but you're going to have to get rid of this other individual in order for the new person to come in. Show me this King of Pentacles. Show me the King of Pentacles. What do we got here? Yeah, look at this. Yeah, separation, keep an open mind, and finances and career. I feel like for some of you, you could even meet this person through work. Or for some of you, the past person you work with, and you need to be very mindful because, especially if you guys don't shit where you eat. That's a big, big thing here. Be careful of shitting where you eat because then it can make things very awkward, when it comes to work. Let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. Once the sadness, or once the anger wears off, it comes into sadness, and then we try to, use that pussy power, so to speak, oh, well, we'll get him back through sex. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Have respect for your body. If this person isn't going to respect your body, you should love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. That's what these cards are trying to tell you. But a lot of the time, you use your sexuality to get what you want, but it's short-lived. And then you feel degraded, you feel nasty about yourself, you feel, like this person is never going to respect you. You're absolutely correct, because if you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you've always got. And this person has already made it very clear to you that they are not going to step up to the plate. And what Spirit is trying to tell you is put your nose to the grindstone, get your ass back to work, start working on yourself, start valuing yourself, and keep an open mind, because the person that you were supposed to be with is going to be completely different than the person that you are pining after that only wants to use you for sex because you allow them to. That's all this it comes down to, and at some point you just kind of have to, take a step back and realize, like, holy shit, like I've been wasting my freaking time with somebody who is never going to give me what I deserve. And Spirit is trying to guide you towards the person that you are going to, be so happy with. But what you're doing is you're making yourself late. You're making yourself late. All right, Spirit, what do we got here for the collective? What do we got here? What is, it says, stop digging. You're only digging yourself in a deeper hole. Ask yourself if digging into their past is hurtful or helpful. Careful not to erode the trust you've built up between you. A critical piece for a serious union. Like, if you actually trusted this person, you wouldn't be here having this reading right now. You would not be clicked into it. So it's almost like get your head out of out of the clouds is what I want to say. It says, unveil your true intentions. Reveal your intentions to steer clear from confusion and risk both getting blindsided. Wandering in the dark is not fun, so be upfront and honest with them. So if you're wanting a union of souls, it's, and you're wanting marriage, you're wanting commitment, because I see for a lot of you, you do. You want this wedding. You want to be married. But this person, they're cute, and you're like, well, I can change them. No, you fucking can't. You can't change anybody. They have to want to change themselves. You just have to, accept whatever it is that they're telling you. And then it says, weather the storm. Storms pass on their own if you let them. It's easy to love them in the good times, but it's just as important to love them in the bad. Restore your faith in your love. It's funny because that's kind of a double-edged sword, especially when they're putting you through hell and you're like, well, they're just going through a rough time, or, their relationship, that they're with, they treat them bad. And it's like, oh my God, you're just going to keep making excuses for them regardless. So you may as well just click off now and just stop listening to readings and just do what you're going to do, because you're going to ignore these messages regardless until they end up telling you to go fuck yourself, and they end up really hurting you, and you've passed up amazing opportunities to be with somebody who's just a complete douchebag, who's never going to fully give themselves to you. And then it says, dating someone who's not your usual type is a step in the right direction. Release those fears and try to keep an open mind about the possibilities. So it is asking you to step out of your comfort zone, okay? And it's funny because you also have this card here that says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And maybe your usual type and expectations is some cheating, lying bastard who only uses you for sex. And, but that's your comfort zone. You're like, well, at least I'm used to that. So it's like that's why you're being asked to take a step back and do some soul searching and ask yourself, like, why is it that you keep manifesting, in this way? Why do you keep manifesting people who just cheat on you? Why do you manifest people who continue to break your heart? Because at the end of the day, you're the common denominator of all the rises and falls in your relationship. And it's time for you to start thinking about, what you want and how you're going to do things differently in order to get those things, to bring those things into your existence. Because I'm going to tell you right now, no one's wish fulfillment is to be cheated on. No one's wish fulfillment is to be treated with like a friends with benefits. That's not anyone's wish fulfillment. We all want love, and we can actually have that, but you're going to have to make those sacrifices and really take off the mask and actually, say what it is that you truly want. And if this person isn't willing to step up to the plate and give that to you, there's someone else over here that is waiting for you to separate from this fucker. And actually they want to, put in the time, the energy, and the effort. They're going to value you. And that's what we've got here with this King of Pentacles. And we have the finances and career, and the keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. You've been fucking around with some King of Wands, King of Cups, whatever, somebody who gives you empty promises. But the King of Pentacles is over here waiting for you to clear your energy so that they can come through. And they want more than a friends with benefits. And you are their wish come true. So all you're doing is making yourself late for the one you're supposed to be with. So it's time for you to really start separating yourself from the people who just aren't going to give you what you desire. Anyway, I'm going to leave that here, you guys. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps my channel grow. And check me out over on Facebook, Instagram, and Rumble. I will chat with you guys again soon. Take care.